we're here with Andrew Breitbart, who has a slew of fans showing that people at CPAC have excellent taste. Andrew, your speech about the left being, shall we say, lemmings.
I said they were monsters, and this is a very serious interview. It's a very serious time, and it's a very serious topic.
Well, by lemmings in the sense that they were
I know what
led,
a lemming is.
but they basically are led without thinking. How is it that
they are organized to come out to rallies? And I mean, this isn't all the time, but I mean, this has been proved over and over that Barack Obama is Organizing for America, has organized the rallies that have counter-protested the Tea Party. Can you imagine during the Iraq War, if the anti-war protests which were treated as sacrosanct by the left, dissent as patriotic, if there were counter-protests next to the left's anti-war protests, you would be, the left would have been called, trying to trample on the left's free speech. And what we've been able to find out is that the unions, SCIU, previously ACORN during the election, but they're no longer, have gone out there in conjunction with the unions, all the lefty organizations are sent in buses to create the perception that there's a natural outpouring of hatred against the Tea Party, but it's manufactured by the president himself. He's a community organizer. It's his only skill set, and it's getting a little bit tedious.
Now, do you think it's because so much of the left's quote-unquote grassroots is AstroTurf that they could not handle a authentic grassroots movement like the Tea Party?
What?
Do you think that because the left is essentially AstroTurf that they cannot handle the Tea Party as authentic grassroots movement?
It's called projection. That's what the left does. Is they accuse the right of the very things that they're doing. They accuse the right of being AstroTurf when they're the ones who you can easily, their unions, I mean, we've shown it with their placards. It says that those manufactured signs say that they're printing from the union shop. They're the ones who are projecting on the hate. The hate hasn't come from the Tea Party. The Tea Party has been unbelievably peaceful. They've yet to find that video evidence that shows that the Tea Party is any of the things that they've alleged. We've even found, okay, I was waiting for that. I was looking to see. Okay, thanks.
Now, one of the things that you do that I particularly like is you tend to retweet some of the most ridiculous attacks that the left makes against you on Twitter. Do you think that the left, just showing the left saying what they're saying?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to expose the left for the freaks and the monsters and the Alinskyeites and the McCarthyites that they are. And if the mainstream media is not going to cover it, then I'm going to do everything I can in my power, including stunts, rollerblades, sitting stupidly on a table, embarrassing myself, getting kicked off in order to get noticed, to say this message. When I was able to prove that the N-word accusation by Congressman Carson Lewis was false, not just with a $100,000 stunt that silenced them, saying if you show me any evidence that happened, I will give that person $100,000. They went into silence. Nobody did it. They said that's not enough information. You can't disprove something happened if just because there's no video proof. So we went out and found 4 videos that proved that they walked down those steps unobstructed in about 9 seconds. None of the things they said, they've been silent about it. The mainstream media played that up as if it was the truth. And when I came to the mainstream media to show those 4 videos, they wouldn't play it. So why do I have to act like an idiot a lot? I go, it's in order to get noticed, in order for that narrative to get out there, in order for that counter-narrative to get out there.
Now, the latest thing that the media has been ignoring, or trying to ignore, has been the Planned Parenthood videos and, of course, the scurrilous attacks against Justice Thomas that, if they had been made by a person on the right against a person of color, would be news every day. Can the media sustain this?
You just answered the question.
Can the media sustain this level of indifference when there's social media out there that can spread it?
Like I just had a guy who works for one of the major networks very nice guy, admitted he was liberal, and he said that when I, at one of the Tea Party rallies, got everybody to go back to look at the press, and I said, show them your cameras to show them that you're the new media. He said he felt sad, basically, and that he didn't like the fact that I blamed the mainstream media for liberal bias and for their attitudes. And I said, why are you taking it personally? You know, it is true. It is a left-of-center organism that's been covering up for the left for a generation, and he just took it utterly personally. It's not personal. It is what they've done. We've acted as a checks and balance. We've exposed it, and if they're not going to change their games, we're just going to kind of, steamroll over them and create the media from scratch, because they're doing a disservice to our democracy.
Well, Andrew Breitbart, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.